David, number one, what's your recap from last week? We didn't do an end video. Let's show that prop.
All right, we got the prop painted. I just did it with brush. I did my tires, the black part, and my ordnance. I got a bunch of these.
And you brush painted the prop. Now show that prop to everyone.
I brush painted everything.
A lot of people don't like brush painting. They want to do it with airbrush. And that's not looking so bad.
Yeah. See, they'll want to do brush painting now after they see the skill right there.
Yeah, I've watched some YouTube videos from people who do brush painting primarily. They brush paint everything.
Yeah.
And that looks a little bit. I can see a few spots you missed here and there, like right there.
Okay.
But not too much.
Yeah.
Okay, so just take a look at everything you painted last week before you get going. The main thing we need to do with you this week is get the seams done.
We're going to do the seams here, yeah.
And clean up the seams on the fuselage.
Yeah, we filled those 2 times ago, and now we...
And then you got to start gnawing out the holes in the back for those wings.
Gnawing out, what do you mean?
For the fins in the back.
Oh yeah. Oh, we got to cut through there because this is a retrofit.
Yep.
Fin.
Yep.
That, excuse me.
That would have been easier if we caught it before you put the body together, and we didn't catch that. But it won't be too bad.
All right.
All right. Now over here, he got he pulled the
D
silly putty off. He painted the fan belt. Okay. And he's going to put the exhaust on it today. The interior parts are still in the paint booth that he was working on.
Yep.
Over here, David number 2.
Yep.
He has painted his pilots.
Yep.
Okay, he did some brush painting. He's got half his interior painted too.
Yeah. Now on these panels, this part's going to be black here, and this is going to be sort of a blue-gray.
Right.
Here.
Because TIE fighters are bluish gray.
So would I paint this all black first and then paint over it with a gray
I
with a
painted
brush?
all gray first and then paint black.
Okay.
It's usually easier to go from light colors to dark instead of dark to light.
Okay. So then I would use a brush to paint the black on.
We're going to tape the crud out of that. Paint it
Okay.
that way.
We'll tape the crud out of it.
Okay? Because that's
good.
going to be the easiest way. We're going to experiment on the solar panels. We're not going to share yet what we're doing. We're going to start with this. Because this is about the same color as that. Yeah, I experimented on this for the Honda build. Trying to see if body tattoos, temporary body tattoos would work. They don't. That's what those are. You know, you go to the dollar store, buy a sheet of temporary tattoos.
Yeah.
That's what those are. They don't work.
Okay.
So we're going to paint that black, and then we're going to try something to make them look like solar panels. Okay? So that's
good.
on his task for today.
Very good.
Okay? All right. And Dallin, what are you doing today? Working more on the engine, suspension, sort of thing?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. And me, I don't know what I'm doing yet. I want to try to get the interior done on the Gremlin. I got the engine done except for the spark plug wires. So if I can get the interior done, that thing will start coming together. Yep. I hope to have it done the next 3 weeks. And the Polar Bear model over there. Let's see if I can hit the right button on this camera because I'm not used to it yet. There it is. This thing does not autofocus. I got to find the setting for that to get her to focus on her own. Oh, something's wrong. It doesn't like expanded focus. Anyhow, I'm going to do something with that Polar Bear. It's going to get out of this house. That it is. So we will see what we do with the Polar Bear very soon. All right, everyone. We're going to get to building. You're asking about mixing paints.
Okay.
We're using Tamiya paints. It's usually a 1-to-1 ratio.
All
Half
right.
paint, half thinner. Right?
Tamiya? Okay.
Yes. On Tamiya paints.
We're going to make a strip about this large.
Right.
So how many drops of paint?
Let's let everyone know what we're doing first.
Okay.
What we're doing is we're trying to come up with coloration for the solar cells on the TIE fighters. Okay.
Okay.
And yeah, a strip about that wide, then leave a gap, and a strip about that wide over there. This is just a piece of sheet styrene. I used it on the Honda videos. Okay. You can buy it at a hobby shop, or you can be like me and just get it from a for sale sign or a license plate or something.
Okay.
And that is the same plastic as this.
Okay.
Mixing Tamiya paints. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. Now, you were saying, should I use 30 drops of this and 30 drops of that? And I said, no. You know why I said no?
Because the number of drops isn't so much as important as the ratio.
The ratio is what's important.
Is 1 to 1.
And I will use 50 drops if I'm painting something large. I will use 20 drops if I'm painting something smaller.
Okay.
So you got to learn how to estimate how much paint you need.
And what exactly is this chemical that we're mixing in?
That's this.
Okay.
I just put it in a dropper. Okay. This is Tamiya's lacquer thinner, formulated specifically for Tamiya paint.
Okay.
Okay. Now this dropper bottle, that's water. Where's the other one? I had it a second ago. I got a dropper bottle here. Yeah, here it is. This is pure lacquer thinner. I can still read my writing on there.
Okay.
That's pure lacquer thinner. It will work with Tamiya paint. It's cheaper, but it's not as smooth when it paints.
Okay.
And it dries faster. And I just like using the branded paint thinner when I'm spray painting.
Okay.
Because it's formulated for that specific paint and it tends to work a little bit better.
All right.
Like there will be retarders in there to keep the paint from drying too quickly. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Whereas this has no retarders.
Okay.
And lacquer thinner dries very fast regardless.
Okay.
So when you're painting with a lacquer, it's going to dry quickly. To me, it doesn't dry as quickly because this slows the curing time, which means the airbrush is easier to clean and it stays cleaner as you're painting.
Very good.
Okay, you don't get clogs and stuff. Okay. With that, you can get some clogs. Now, the alcohol will work as well with Tamiya paint, because Tamiya paint's weird. It's not a pure lacquer. It's something else. Okay? And I've used alcohol. I've used a lacquer thinner accidentally. You're just better off sticking with the brand name.
Okay. Thank you, John.
Make sense?
Yep.
Well, there you go. She's back in the videos. It's going to be about a month after you asked to see her again. We brought her in here because we're trying to see what color solar cells are. Now, it looks like they're orangish here, but I'm used to them being a purplish blue. And I think there might be some sort of coating on it for that. Here we have an elephant head bobber, and it's the same way. It's very mirrored, and I don't understand why it's so mirrored. It's probably a piece of glass over the top to protect the solar cell. I'm going to have to find a solar cell. I've got one around here somewhere that I tore out of a toy. I just don't know where it is. I mean, it could be anywhere in this pile of stuff. I need to come in here and reorganize everything so I can find stuff. Anyhow.
But that's a pile of stuff to be proud of.
No, up there's the pile of stuff to be proud of. Let's be honest. The stuff up there is to be proud of. This stuff down here is the tools we use to do the stuff up there.
That stuff up above equals many a rainy night.
Oh, I don't have to buy another model the rest of my life, most likely.
Yeah.
At my building speed.
But you will, John.
I don't know.
Listeners out there know exactly.
True, but I've slowed down quite a bit on the buying.
Can't. No, you took us shopping and you went back and got 2 more.
Yeah, but I have really slowed down quite a bit. A year ago, I was getting 2 or 3 a week. Now I get 2 or 3 a month. That's a big slowdown.
I want to get the ventilation thing.
Yes, we need to open the window. All right, I'm going to put the camera down and help people. All right, we're experimenting. We're trying to make solar panels look like solar panels. And we just got some purple iridescent, pearlescent paint. And you can see as it flips back and forth, it's a very purplish color. But you can see, unless you're hitting it at the right angle, it looks black, and then the purple appears. So the trick's going to be getting a nice even coat, and not thick, because we got it too thick at that end.
Yeah.
That end is too thick. But right here, it just gives kind of a purplish black color. Okay? And you have it in about the center of that stripe, too. But I think this is a better... Oops. It's okay, it's dried. That's one of the things about using lacquer paints. It's cured.
Dry real quick.
They dry real quick.
Yeah.
I don't know if you like it or not. Maybe we should have done a blue instead of a purple. What do you think?
I think maybe this is sort of the sea blue.
On the base?
And it has sort of a matte appearance. Is there a way to put like a shiny coat over it to kind of give it more of a...
Oh, we can gloss it.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, maybe if you add a gloss to that, that'll...
Yeah, that can be
really
glossed
have that
real
solar,
easily.
that solar panel look to it.
Yeah, we can gloss that real easily.
Yeah.
Real
Excellent.
easily. All right. Anyone else want to say anything before the camera goes off for today?
It's been a good day. I got a lot of tiny pieces.
Yeah, I did some things I shouldn't have. I had to tear the firewall off the back to get the engine in place. And then I realized I did not paint the sidewells.
Oops.
Yeah, oops. So I'm going to have some fun painting that, and I got to put the firewall back on
That
there.
wouldn't be called a rookie mistake, would it, John?
Yeah, that's a rookie mistake. I have not built many car models, and that's where that kind of mistake comes from. Okay? But I kind of like how that came out. Maybe it should have been blue instead of purple, but it definitely has the color changing appearance. And when you put it in with a grid pattern, like this has, the paint will soak in differently in different ways.
Oh,
You put it
yeah.
on real light.
I just wonder if we should be testing it on that with that texture.
Well, we didn't because I don't feel like stripping that paint off.
Yeah.
If it goes bad, since we know we like it already, next up would be trying it on that. Yeah.
That sounds good.
All right, everyone, we are done for the day. Laters.